Hello, 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 and praise the Lord. This is Nicole coming to you. Now, if you see my head, it looks kind of funny. Something missing. I am reapplying my invisible part. I've already did the right side, and I was upstairs getting ready to do the other side. I said, let me come back and show my ladies how I do this. Now, as you can see, it's all pulled off and together. Now, my hair is going on a month old. This is the same hair. If you can see, I cut it up some more, y'all. It's like I just love this hair, and I'm just loving the fact that it looks yucky. This is actually going on a month, I believe, yes. And this hair, I mean, it's yucky. It's not bunching up, it's not tangling up, and part of that I believe is because it's short, and when I wet it and just comb it, like my points just get, it just goes back to its normal state. I cut it shorter, as I said. I just took the clippers and kind of went across this bottom part or whatever, but for the most part I just did like that and made sure I cut it even, so when it lays, it will fall in layers. So I did that, and I kind of, pulled, this out to the side and kind of made sure I was going down. This part is kind of uneven right here, and I think my scissors are upstairs. My husband always steals my scissors when he's kind of cutting on his hair, but I would cut it down like that, or either cut it straight like that if you want more shorter, choppier layers. But that's all right for now. But anyway, I was coming to you because I'm loving this hair so much, and even though it's all of it is glued in, it's not ready to come out. It's still in there nice and tight, not slipping anything. The only thing is, I took a picture at we went to one of our friends from church, Derek. We went to his birthday party. He had it at a bowling alley, and I took some pictures, and my part was like, no, it wasn't that long, but whenever you can really like see my part in the pictures, I can't do that. So I was like, I want to take my hair out, but I'm just loving this bob so much, and this hair is not bad enough to take this out right now. I just cannot bring myself to do it. So what I did was, because the part has been in for a while, I kind of like, now I would not encourage you all to do this. Do at your own risk, okay? Whatever you got to do. When you have a weave, it's easier just to run your hair under warm water and just kind of pull your invisible part off. With me, since my whole head is glued in and it's my head and I know how to do it, what I did was kind of reached underneath here and kind of peeled it off. Now, my protectant is still over top of my hair. It's still, all of this layers of here is still the protectant over my hair. As you see, when it comes off, not much of it comes off. So I kind of, it was on my head like this, and I kind of just peeled it off. And then I'm just going to take, and I use white hair glue for when I do my, because I wear my hair blonde. And then I'm just going to put it as close to the part as possible. See? And wear this baby for another, I mean, as long as my head doesn't start sweating or anything like that, I think I can do this for another 2 to 3 weeks. I really do. So, because I pulled it off like this, I'm going to start from the bottom of the back, pulling off each one individually. re-gluing it. And if you have a weave and an invisible part, you can do the same thing. Or you can, you know, rinse if you have that diamond bond. And I'm just making sure in the mirror. And I'm pushing that as close as possible to where that part is. See? To get that new look again. So again, I pull from the bottom. But like I said, if your hair is sewed in and you know the invisible part does not last as long as the weave does. I mean, by a month, your part has begun to grow out. And this is a way to redo it at your own risk. But if you have the diamond bond under it, rinse it out under the lukewarm water, take that off, re-gel it, that little space, put the protectant on again. Because remember, you've rinsed it all off. Again, I just needed to use my mirror to make sure I have it right there. So it can be that skinny little part again. And take it all the way off up to the closure. I didn't take my closure off because I didn't have to. But and don't worry. Sometimes when you first do your part was only that big, and as it grows out it gets a little wider. But when you do that, it may not cover all the way where you had it before, but because the hair is going to lay, it's going to wind up covering that anyway, if you know what I'm saying. I'll try to say it again. Because you know you put enough space for your part and you cut them to fit that part. But as your part grows longer, the space gets wider. But don't worry about that thinking you need to cut new pieces, because it because that's how much my part had grown out. So that's how much space you see. But all this hair will cover that. So don't worry about that. Again, putting it right on top, but very close. I didn't redo this part, which was fine because it kind of gives me some separation, so I'm fine with that. Again, pulling from the bottom. See? Just making my little teeny part like I had it before. Allowing my hair to last longer. And if you have a weave, that will be a blessing for you, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to go through all that again. Okay, I think I'm going to kind of have to do this little section over again too. See how I'm pulling at the edge of that. Let me see in the mirror. And like I said, do that at your own risk. Don't be saying, Nicole, at my hair being pulled out. It was already, you know, because of the protectant, kind of ready to kind of come off as your part grows. So I was fine. And make sure that you hold those pieces in order so it can fall the way that it should. Okay, so I'm just going to put that behind there so that I don't make so I realize where I had that at. Okay, or if you don't want to use these and you have some pieces left, use new pieces. If you're going to rinse them and wash your hair out, and you're not going to try the pull it off your head method because you don't want your hair to come out, the way I do it, my hair does not come out. I've done it 100 times before. But if you know, are afraid that your hair is going to come out, or you just rip it out the wrong way or whatever, and you're just like, I just don't want to take that chance, Nicole, rinse, rinse it out, or you can wash the little pieces off, or instead of just going through all that, since you're going to wash it, get a little half a bundle of hair, or if you had some hair left over, use that new hair and redo your invisible part. And this Robert's Diamond Bond is the bomb. Like I told you, this weave is going on a month. No slippage like around my edges. I mean, no, I had to like re-glue like I think a little teeny tiny spot right here, but around here it's still intact. I'm not yanking and combing it like it's a part of my scalp either. I'm kind of like, holding it like that, and kind of grabbing hair and taking it, like not combing it on my head either. Okay. I had some clips down here somewhere. See, just right over top of that other one. I'll show you and then I'll glue it just in case you're looking away. See where your part is? The glue would go on it and you would put that right like over top of it. Not directly over top of it, but so close it's almost on top of it. Get off, you don't have any glue on you. See? The news said it's supposed to be 77 degrees today. I'm like, wow. See, that's why it takes me so long, because I'm admiring and looking at other pieces of my hair. But this way does not take long at all because the pieces are already cut, pre-cut, because you're just redoing it. I'm like, why can't I go this fast when I'm first putting it in? Well, because the pieces are already pre-cut, Nicole. Duh. See? And I like to do my part super close together where you only see like that much of the part. So as it begins to grow, it looks natural. And as it begins to grow out, you do not see a huge part. Even my part wasn't really huge, but in pictures, like, it gives you no justice. Or if, someone sees your hair, they don't know, did they first put it in like that, or what's going on with their part. And as I get to the top, I go straight but begin to kind of curve it. See, and we're down to the last couple. See? Okay, and this is the last two. Come on. Okay, and I'm looking at my clock, and that literally, this is the last one, took me about 15 minutes to do that. Okay. And that would be it. I hope you enjoyed and redoing and retouching up my invisible part. I gotta kind of fix this and then comb that down. I don't want this to cut off, so for the most part I'll fix that, but I wanted you to see that because I want to be able to upload this video. All right, be blessed.